All right, folks, better late than never. It's your boy Mark Gray, and I got to give it to you straight, no chaser on the NBA Finals. The 2019 edition is a date with history versus, well, a date from destiny. And when you get right down to it, the Golden State Warriors have nothing to prove, but after winning this series, they're a team for the ages. Meanwhile, old Canada, the Toronto Raptors are effectively playing with house money. So you got the irresistible force versus the immovable object, proverbially, heading into these NBA Finals. I don't think that we truly are appreciating the historical significance of these finals. You can break it down analytically, as all the numbers geeks have brought to sports these days, and come up with a variety of different scenarios. But this game or this series is going to be dominated by the team who coaches has a better feel for what's going on. You look up at the matchups, and you see right now that matchups, you can make a compelling argument, do in fact favor the Toronto Raptors. I mean, think about the length on the perimeter that they have with guys like Serge Ibaka and Pascal Siakam. They got a big and Marc Gasol who knows how to play in big games. And yes, the Olympics and the World Championships count as big games when you're from Spain, and they're the most important basketball games that you've ever played growing up. And you look at Kawhi Leonard, and he's the kind of guy that can will those guys into a position where he can take over. And we've seen that there are not too many teams that can stop him. So he's one of those alpha dogs that can win you a series. Great player from a great background, having played for a great coach in Greg Popovich, and he may not like to hear this, but Kawhi, when you talk a lot like Tom Brady, which is to say you don't say much, but in not saying much, you say a lot. And Greg Popovich, I've always said, is the Bill Belichick of the NBA. So for some strange reason, I think that pop residue is going to be all over the performance of a guy who stands to reason as one who could be considered the favorite going into these finals for the most valuable player award. But then there's the threesome that has been there before and played at a high level. You're talking about Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. You know, sometimes it takes more than one to slay the one who is the alpha dog. I think Golden State has that. We may not fully appreciate them until this series ends, because we've seen that there's that one monster who knows how to elevate a team in Toronto, where Golden State has three. And I'm not the best mathematician that there is, but sometimes when you got three, that makes you a little bit better than a team that has the one. So I'm going to roll with the Golden State Warriors in 6. They closed down the Oracle Arena by winning the championship and cutting down the nets. This is a new school going back to the old school kind of thing. We've got teams that were built through the draft in Golden State, because everybody wants to talk about Kevin Durant, who probably won't play a minute in this series because of that bad calf injury. And we want to look at them as the team that Kevin Durant came to and he just put them over the top. Well, he did, but they had already won a championship before he got there. Toronto was a team that was only as good as the sum of its parts, and they needed new ones. So Masai Ujiri gets props for being smart enough to shake the recipe up, find a new spice in Kawhi Leonard, add some pieces to the mix, and now they're playing for an NBA championship. It's as delicious a matchup as you could ever want. But again, as I said, the Oracle will close, the Warriors will move to the other side of the bay, and with it will come their 4th championship in 5 years, and their 3rd in a row. It's your boy 50 Shades Mark Gray, holding things down around the way. Big ups to my folks in the DMV. Check out my work at theafro.com and on the Shadow League as well. And remember, where others fear to tread and they just don't have time to do it, you can count on me to bring the noise and give it to you straight, no chaser. Holla.